Hey, welcome back, friends. So today we have a Corey screwed up video. Probably could make a lot of these, but yeah, today I'm going to tell you how I have screwed up my tow bars here on the Lineage before I even took a first real tow. So yeah, we're towing the F-250. So normally the F-250 would be the tow vehicle. Now it's the towed vehicle. And yeah, my friends over at eTrailer has sent us a setup, and I did my homework and I tried to get it set up correctly. I did not. We'll talk about that today. I pretty much destroyed it. Here, let me show you. Let me turn you around right quick and show you. So yeah, you can see where we've got a problem. This will be remedied. They've sent me some parts. I have to, it's a super simple fix. We'll talk about it today. I hope you stick around. But yeah, that ain't good. Today's video is brought to you by eTrailer.com. eTrailer.com is your one-stop trusted source for anything trailer related. And right now, my truck is a trailer. Let me show you the towed setup I snagged from eTrailer. So everything you see here is from eTrailer. eTrailer even has their own tow bars. Went with the 8XHD eTrailer tow bars with a 10.5 capacity. Obviously, you've got your 7-pin connect. You've got your breakaway cable here. You can see all of that has been installed. We've got the Blue Ox base plates. We've got the Blue Ox adapters. That's important for you to know. Obviously, all the safety cables comes with the tow bars. And then for our braking setup, we went with the Patriot brake from Blue Ox. That's ready to rock. Everything's looking good. I will, again, link all of this in the description box below. So not only does eTrailer have all the parts you will need to turn your truck into a trailer, they also have really good customer service. For that, I am super appreciative. Now, I will link all of what you've seen in this advertisement in the description box below. Thank you, eTrailer, for sponsoring. Let's get back into today's video. All right, let's talk about what happened here. I've already shown you the damage, but I'll give you another little overview. So it's actually this holding pin down here is also bent, and this plate is bent. These are storage plates. So as it sits, it's supposed to sit up in a V when you're not using it as tow bars. So you'll see the setup here in just a second when we get hooked up to the truck. What happened? So here's my fault. This part of it's my fault. It's not totally my fault, but this part is. I didn't read the owner's manual. What I did do is I went to eTrailer's YouTube page and I watched the video of them setting it up. All right. So, you know, I assumed, and I realize the irony here as you're watching YouTube, but I assumed that, you know, I would just watch them set it up and I would set it up like that and I'd be fine, right? Well, that wasn't the case. They mistakenly put this, see, this is a wire holder here. This holds our 7-pin. Our 7-pin is actually on that side. That should have been my first hint. But this is the coil. You'll see it in a little bit. The coil of the wire kind of drapes over this, and it holds your 7-pin between your 7-pin connection and your towed. And, well, I had it on this side. I had it on the passenger side. That was incorrect. I should have had it on the driver's side. And in their video, in eTrailer's video, they also had it incorrect. So it's kind of on both of us. I should have certainly read the owner's manual. I didn't. I depended on a video. I realize the irony. You're watching a video right now. But even though you're watching this video, make sure you still read your owner's manual. All right? So as I was test towing, I'll show you. I haven't even taken this thing out on the real road yet much. So here's the truck that we are towing. Basically took it down there to that cul-de-sac. Drove it down there, took a left at that street, up here to another cul-de-sac, back down, and stopped right here. And when I stopped, I realized these plates were terribly bent. And the reason that happened is, I guess those little bit, you know, getting around those cul-de-sacs is a kind of a sharp turn, and it just didn't do well. Now, it should be able to do it. It shouldn't, you know, a cul-de-sac shouldn't be a big problem. It's not like I was completely jackknifing the thing. But I think the issue was we needed to have this tow bar arm on this side. We're going to fix all that today. They sent us new parts here. We've got the new pins right there. Should be a super simple fix. I'm assuming I'll have to, I don't think there's a video for this, so I'll have to remove this large bolt here and disassemble and then reassemble. Right, I'm not sure how much you can see on camera, but these are also spring loaded. There's a spring here on this side of this plate and also on this one. We'll have to deal with that. You've also got this spacer, so just make sure to give it a good once over before you start to disassemble the unit. But it looks pretty simple. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll tighten it back down. I'll see if I can't find a torque spec as well. One thing I love, having worked on many weight distribution hitches, is I've already got the heavy duty wrench that I may need. Is 1 1/8 here on top, and then I'm sure it's similar on the bottom. But yeah, I've got the heavier wrenches needed, and we'll see what we get here. I'm a little bit worried about how hard this is going to be to get off. Yeah, it's going to be. I'm going to have to. Oh, there it goes a little bit. All right, we'll have this fun off of camera. But yeah, it's going to be. Might break a sweat on getting this undone, but that's okay. That's how it should be. You guys get to watch my struggle here. You know, sometimes it's tempting to edit stuff like this out, but you really need to know if you're going to have to deal with. I think my better off up here. If you're going to have to deal with something super stubborn like this, and you know, again, this should be stubborn. I got to figure out how I'm gonna. All right. Okay, there it goes a little bit. It's not super crazy. Yeah, after that first turn, yeah, it's way easier now, and it helps that these wrenches and offer some really good leverage. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not at the point where I can do it by hand, but we're gonna make it now. Again, some folks would speed this up, and I've probably sped these processes up on video before, but I'm kind of at the age now where I want to show you everything to expect. So, okay, we are at a point where we can loosen by hand now. Again, this was a 1 1/8 size. Now it's gonna get a little tricky. I'm gonna support this here. Let's see how hard this thing is to get out. Again, this is all stuff I could edit out, and you can fast forward through it if you're bored. But I think it's important for you to know if you're getting yourself into a mess. Okay, that's as good as that's getting. So let's see if we can take some. Let's get these out of the way. Now understand, these are torquing against me, these brackets here, so I'm having to try to take some weight off of both of them. If you've got two people here, you're probably going to be in way better shape, and I probably will get Brooke out here to help me reassemble this. Where it comes? It's coming. It's coming. If I put them together, it'd be easier to deal with. Okay, there it was. Okay. There goes that one. So it just takes a little bit of convincing, and we are good. Now you've got some plastic type liners there. That's cool. I'm gonna have to use that bolt to gain access, but you can see here I'm gonna have to go in and find that little C-clamp as well. All right, let's see what we can do here. Now, if this does happen to you, make sure to inspect the main body of this tow bar unit, and we're good. We've got a little bit of powder coat right there gone, but otherwise there's no compromises here. So same thing for the tow bars. Literally the only thing damaged were these plates. You can see that there, especially this one. This one's really jacked up, and then these pins is bent as well. I'll have to straighten this back out and get access to these pins. They sent us those as well. We should be good to go. All right, these springs here need a little bit more convincing than I had hoped, but we got them off. I just used some pliers. We're good to go. Took a little bit of convincing. Needle nose were the first option. That didn't work as well, so we went to pliers and we were good. Okay, bad news. Of course, we can't do anything like this without having to make a Home Depot run. So you can see this pin was bent badly. It actually pulled through that bar so much so that this C clamp is gone. So we're gonna have to go to Home Depot and snag 2 of these. I'm actually gonna buy 4 of them. They're probably 2 cents a piece. But yeah, let's go do that now. Luckily for you, the magic of editing, we'll have some here in just a few minutes. All right, I generally try to do my local hardware store first to see if I can find the part there. So let's go into Castos Trading here in Staten, Georgia and see. And if they don't have it, then I guess I'll have to go to Home Depot or Lowe's. Okay, no luck at my local place, so we will head on to the depot. Okay, so Home Depot ended up having, they're called E-clips, not C-clips, so that's my mistake. And they're 1/4 inch in size, so if this happens to you, 1/4 inch E-clips, you should be good to go. All right, just to confirm, we're going back to stock. There is the E-clip on that particular one. It had this one had pulled all the way out, so yeah, let's go ahead and get these installed. We have success. Got those pins reinstalled. You can see those E-clips are securing them there, and they're nice and straight again. I mean, we really did a number on those. Look at that. Holy crap. That one, there's one. Here's the other one. It's not quite as bad, but yeah, we really did a number on it. All right, let's get it reassembled. All right, this may take a while. We're going to try to do this in real time. So again, I've got my beautiful assistant Brooke here, who really doesn't want to be on camera, but that's okay. We've got a washer that goes in underneath this part of the bracket, so let's do that first. All right, Mom, you want to come help me over here? She's just going to hold this tow bar up for me. The E-trailer logo goes up, so, and we're actually going to have to fix that here in a second. Yeah, I got to put this in first. All right, go ahead and start finagling that underneath. See if I can get that in. It's gonna have to. That spring kind of. All right, go ahead and put it in underneath. The spring on these plates makes for a little bit more difficult install because there's tension there where you not necessarily want tension. Yeah, start finagling it a little bit, trying to. There we go. And you've also got plastic.
And that needs to go in that side.
Yeah, that goes in there. That's fine for now. Now we have a spacer that's over here that goes underneath. Let's go ahead and put that in. And then we'll have to back this out a little bit. And then we've got another plate that goes in. Let's see. How did this one go in? I think this one actually goes up. All right, this one actually goes up this way because it counterbalances kind of. And again, that's a little bit awkward. You're good. You don't need to have to put any.
Just hold it level.
Yeah. Again, I'm not editing this out because I need you to have an understanding that some of this will take some convincing. So, you holding it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Do what you need to do.
Yeah, I need to get a little bit more torque in there. Get it in that bracket. The springs are what's throwing us off here. The spring tension. I think that might have it there. Okay, yeah, we got it there. Okay, that's very good. And now we're going to have to, again, put that spacer in right here. And then now I need you to let that go.
Okay.
Yep. And then come and grab this one. And we're going to have to do the same thing. Just drop it in there. Watch my fingers. We have to come up some. Hold on. Okay, let's get the whole assembly up. Yep, keep going. You're doing right. If they pinch me, it's my fault.
It's not going.
There it is. Yep, there it is. Oh, almost. Okay, hold on. Come on this way a little bit. Oh, stay back towards you just a hair. Okay, there it goes. All right, you can let go. Cool. There we go. Now, before I do anything, I'm going to go in and double check I've done this correctly. Let me make sure. It already looks like this is incorrect. So I think I may have to flip that over. Let me go back and check. All right. Let's talk about this. Let's go over the order. The bolt's here. The actual hitch is here. You have a washer, then you have your first plate, then you have your tow bar that's actually designed to go on the passenger side. Then you have your spacer, then you have your next plate, then you have the tow bar, that's the driver's side tow bar. Let's get these torqued down. I apologize, guys. Brain fart city over here. Okay, I don't have torque specs available, so we are going to just tighten this down as tight as we can go while allowing some movement. Pop that one. Again, your basic Home Depot type, your basic socket wrench set is not going to have this size socket. So you're going to either have a big crescent or a big adjustable, something like that to make this work. These are 1 1/8. Well, it says it's 1 1/8. Why is it working here but not here? Okay, whatever. All right, I'm torqued down pretty good. I'm still moving with ease. I think that spacer allows that. So yeah, we should be good to go. Let's make sure this one will pop out. So you can see how they store. So you're gonna lift this up under, and they're gonna pop and they're gonna store just like that as you're going down the road. So let's make sure we've got good movement here. That works. That will obviously attach to the truck. And then we've got good movement here. Make sure you pop it up enough and back down. And we're now ready to attach to the truck. Let's get it set up and give it a test. Before I actually hook it to the truck, I want to see how this is going to work. So you can see if it's attached to the truck is about 2 inches lower than the hitch. When it gets to that point, you're obviously going to hit, and that's what happened last time. Now it's giving you, that's where that spring comes into play. You can see the spring coming into play there. So I think that because we had them swapped, there was no spring action. You can see, let's see here. You can see on this side, I don't think there's going to be any spring action. Yeah, see, that's just solid right there. So yeah, I think that's definitely the issue. Let me zoom in so you can see how that works. So you can see when you start to really get into like a cul-de-sac, see how it's spring loaded, that plate, that top plate right there? See, that's what we weren't getting on the other one. And I think that should give us the movement that we were looking for that we didn't have. Let me pull the truck up and I'll get Brooke to follow along and make sure we don't screw anything up this time. All right, this is gonna be the test here because we're in a cul-de-sac and we're still got clearance. I think we're gonna be in good shape. Sorry, I'm trying to walk and do this at the same time so you can see, but yeah, I can see it and we're in good shape. All right, you can see here that we're at full turn right now and we're still in good shape. So that definitely fixed it. We are into the spring-loaded aspect of that bracket, but that's why it's there. And she's gonna start straightening out here in just a second. And I'll show you that we were in good shape. We just hit this cul-de-sac out here. I don't know if you can see it here, but that should be all we really need as far as range of motion is concerned. And yeah, we look like we're in good shape. Yep, that did the fix. Switching the 2 bars out definitely fixed it. I gotta say, she looks pretty good. Well, of course Brooke looks good, but she looks pretty good. Silver on gray on white. I think the setup looks pretty cool. Okay friends, there you go. I am very confident that this fixed our issue that we were having. We will be doing a towing review with the Lineage and the F250 very soon. So if you want to make sure to see that, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and you won't miss that for sure. I don't ask you to do that very often, but I know some of you might be interested in this Super C towing this Super Duty. Hope you're doing great out there, guys. See ya.